Because you can lose all resources if you craft 5
I
at the same
also
time.
might not.
Yeah, but you could.
I mean, I'm not going to use those, so it's all the same.
Or the resources that it comes from.
I can't get those resources back.
Do what?
I'm not going to get those resources. There we go. That's what I want.
If you disassemble, you won't get any of them back.
It doesn't seem I can disassemble these items.
Oh, they're just, once they're there, they're there?
It appears so.
Are they weapons or just for
They're ammo.
fishing?
They're ammo for a harpoon gun. Ooh, a banded wooden cartwheel. That's a better wheel.
Except that it's wooden, so it can't be steered.
That's right. Ooh, a canning pot. I don't know what that is. It actually sounds useful.
It's a pot that's used to change the pressure inside of jars to can.
Ooh, a dugstick.
I mean, it literally is exactly what it says. It's a pot for canning.
I'm gonna make 10 digging sticks. Actually, I'll just make 3 because that won't take 5 hours. Good call. Good call. I'm holding 3 grenades. I'm hoping those can't be triggered while you're holding them. I know some games can do that. I don't remember which. I think Ivan, right? But that game was also Ivan was an acronym for A Violent Road to Death. So, iter vehemens ad necem.
Oh, in a different language. Okay.
Yes. Which means a violent road to death.
In Latin.
You can. Oh, the fire went out! We're gonna die!
Or just get a match and some more wood.
Just bring in like 100 2x4s. With a new karate card, it's much easier to bite people.
How did you look up those errors for Dwarf Fortress?
It was just linked in Kotaku.
Oh, so you can't just generally read them?
You can, probably. I'm sure you can. But I'm sure a lot of them are just like going to be crash logs and such.
Yeah. Alright. Okay. 10 funniest Dwarf Fortress bugs. This is the one that you were reading earlier.
No, it wasn't, but...
It's from Kotaku.
Yeah, but the one it was the developer's favorite bugs.
Oh, written by Gita Jackson. Yeah, well, this sounds like the same ones. Merchants climb up tree and go insane.
No, that's different, but it's still silly.
This time I saw a liaison running past at ludicrous speed, which is a reference, a little after he had his meetings and left, apparently horrified by something. Only things around to be horrified by are some vultures. I thought he'd got over it and left, until a while later I got the notification that a diplomat had left unhappy, which turns out to be a euphemism for is still here but has gone mad. um, 11 spy visitors flooding fort immediately.
No, quit putting the stone axe in the fire! That's not lit yet. No, don't put the powdered eggs there either.
The elves will not stop coming. I currently have around 180 of them with my visitor cap at 100. They are all divided between a few professions, specifically bards, poets, peddlers, beast hunters, monster slayers, mercenaries, and scholars. There are no other professions. Also notable is that they arrive with a constant rate of 1 by 1 and not in noticeable groups. They all carry wooden weapons, even the civilians, and are all there to relax.
I think that this is world elves hate making things out of wood.
Pools, smears, spatters of blood, dust, and other materials multiply themselves, getting tracked around too much. About a year ago, Dwarf Fortress time, I
hate this. They keep shuffling while I'm trying to put them in, so I had to put them in one at a time.
I killed a leopard who had attacked one of my animals. It's a skeleton now, however, all throughout the ground, a few squares from where the leopard died, and seeming to extend from a river nearby, not the corpse itself, there's a slowly expanding mass of red tiles.
Oh no, it's the day of all the blood!
Yeah, that are all marked as a leopard blood smear or leopard blood smattering.
What'd you do, Dark? Oh. Oh. Mm-hmm. That's the cool Charizard.
The Durgan one that has all the resistances.
Yeah.
Now, a year later in the game, the Riverborn Smear has expanded and joined with the original smears left over from the short-lived combat. It's taken up a little more than 160 squares, roughly 130 of which were places that the leopard never set foot, including places across the river, on hills, and on the other side, the underground in the fortress itself. Dwarves not cleaning blood.
just blood expands infinitely. It's scary.
Some moron dwarf decided to take a shortcut through my fill the reservoir tunnels and got himself washed down the pipe. He fell 2 levels and died instantly. Another dwarf around the same time fell and bled to death. They left quite a mess, and no one is cleaning it up. I like how everything sounds like it's a game of lemmings that happens to require Minecraft skills to take care of everybody.
Oh.
Notable animals worship gods. After abandoning my latest fortress, I looked at one of my dogs in Legends mode. She became a historical figure for killing a goblin. She is a casual worshipper of one of the dwarven gods. That dog's children are also historical figures, and all of them also worship a god.
This is just a regular dog, by the way.
Yeah. Horses can also worship gods, as noticed by this player, who met and killed 2 horses that found religion. Human Civilization's soldier is an alligator recruit.
What?
In adventure mode, while investigating the various army symbols on the fast travel map, I found that one such army consisted of a single alligator recruit. He is colored gray, unnamed, and naturally doesn't respond to my talking to him. However, he seems peacefully aligned, unlike the more aggressive wild alligators. Horse overpopulation, mostly in hillocks. And it's not just horses. In my world, I noticed the same thing with camels, and that magic number 350 keeps showing up. Just one very clear example. 150 Dusimrosat, Worked Chapel, hillocks. Owner, Fence of Stockades, dwarves. Parent Civilization, Bulbous Floor, dwarves. 95 dwarves, 2 dogs, 350 one-humped camels, 100 blue peafowls, 350 horses, 350 two-humped camels, 23 cats, and 9 dwarf outcasts. Gatherers get stuck on top of their stepladders and die from dehydration. My gatherers keep getting stuck on their stepladders and eventually dying. They are out in zones created using I with the default gather options. The tree they were gathering from may have been chopped down while they were up on the ladder.
As a result, they can't get down?
Cannot order drink at my own fort's inn in adventure time, or in adventure mode. Tavern keeper keeps claiming I don't work here. I created an inn in fort mode with all the stuff it needed, rooms, mugs, alcohol, retired it, and when I ask the tavern keeper about available goods or services, they say I don't work here, and I cannot order anything or rent a room. Very saddening. Dwarves overwhelmed by horror at the sight of the refuse stockpile. The stockpile contains, amongst other things, various goblin body parts and the corpse of a stray horseful, as well as the usual slaughtering leftovers. A couple of my dwarves have had this issue. Of their personality traits, the first, somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger. The second, has great trouble mastering fear when confronted by danger. So it's probably just those of a nervous disposition. But seriously, guys, it's the refuse stockpile. And they're body parts of our enemies. Shouldn't that be the opposite of danger?
I mean, they're grossed out, but fearful is kind of weird.
I'm afraid of the dead bodies of my enemies.
They're going to be bad. Oh, the karate card is so good.
Pangolin skeletons cannot be killed.
First world problem.
After these pangolins wiped out a squad of my military dwarves and got into my civilians, I wound up getting rid of them by making them melt at room temperature.
What?
That's how they got rid of them.
That doesn't make sense.
Melting... Oh, so he used a code to set their melting point to 1.
Because they were just immortal?
Yes.
Undead pangolins are the worst, man. But setting a melting point to 1, that's not going to kill them. That's just going to make them liquid pangolins. Excellent. 455 pounds of wood and wire. Oh, I'm still using my stone axe. Good. We are such an industrious karate man. Oh! This is a problem.
What?
It's too heavy.
And you can't empty it at all?
I can.
Oh, just take... Oh, it's too heavy, but its volume's not full.
Yeah. At 522 pounds, I cannot move it.
So remove 22 pounds of it.
Yeah, it makes me sad.
I mean, it's technically just a different form of restriction on its carrying capacity. Okay, so you can't move 500.
462. I mean, I suppose this is quite heavy. Oh. There we go.
Oh no, you're leaving a trail of more baskets!
I mean, that's just how it do. Park the bark. I also have an MP3 player in here for some reason. Right,
Cataclysm. That's what the game is called.
Hergisbergen. Just throw in 11 entire logs and a long stick. Alright, how's the fire looking? 3 days? We'll see how it looks when I wake up from my nap. Hard working karate.
Do you still only have one wheel on it?
No, we have a wheel on both parts, I believe. We have casters on one and a wheel on the other. Got a leg in one hand and a brerb in the other. Paris's legs don't... Oh, I was seeing Paris